The stage is set, the crowds are screaming, and Lestat is more powerful than ever. But as his rock star fame reaches its peak, the ghosts of his past are closing in. Daniel Molloy's interrogations are getting dangerously personal. Louis is navigating a world he never asked to be part of, and someone in the shadows is watching, waiting for Lestat to finally fall. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Today we're breaking down the Vampire Lestat Season 3, Episode 5, titled New York. Lestat has taken his chaos on the road, tearing through major cities with his hedonistic rock band, and now he's landed in the city that never sleeps. But New York isn't just another stop on the tour, it's a collision course. Because everything Lestat has been running from is finally catching up to him. Let's get right into it. Lestat's rockstar tour has been nothing short of legendary. From Toronto to Chicago to now New York, he's been captivating audiences with his otherworldly presence, his haunting vocals, and a stage show that blurs the line between performance and something far more dangerous. But this isn't just about the music. For Lestat, the tour is about something deeper. It's about power. It's about validation. It's about proving to the world and to himself that he's more than just a vampire. He's an icon. New York is the ultimate test. The city has seen everything. It's not easily impressed. But Lestat isn't just any performer. He's a creature of the night who's been perfecting his craft for centuries. The shows in New York are electric. The crowds are massive. The energy is intoxicating. But behind the glamour and the noise, something darker is brewing, because in New York, Lestat isn't just facing his fans. He's facing his past. Lestat's rock fame has been a double-edged sword from the very beginning. On one hand, it's given him everything he's ever wanted: adoration, attention, a platform to be seen and heard. On the other hand, it's exposed him in ways he never anticipated. The world is watching. And in the world of vampires, being watched is dangerous. Lestat's fame has drawn attention from every corner of the supernatural world. Other vampires are curious. Vampire hunters are circling. And the human media is starting to ask questions that Lestat can't afford to answer. The aftermath of his fame is complicated. He's no longer just a vampire living in the shadows. He's a celebrity whose every move is scrutinized. And that kind of visibility comes with a price. In New York, that price is becoming impossible to ignore. And one of the most compelling threads running through this episode is Daniel Molloy's tense interrogations. Daniel has been digging into Lestat's story for a while now, and his questions are getting sharper. More personal, more dangerous. He's not just interested in the rockstar persona. He wants to know the real Lestat, the vampire behind the makeup, the immortal behind the mythology. And Lestat, he's not used to being interrogated. He's used to being in control. He's used to telling stories on his own terms. But Daniel is relentless. He pushes, he provokes. He forces Lestat to confront things he'd rather keep buried. The dynamic between them is electric. It's part interview, part psychological warfare. And in New York, it reaches a boiling point. Daniel is closing in on something, a truth that Lestat has been hiding, a secret that could change everything. The question is, what is Daniel looking for, and what will happen when he finds it? While Lestat is commanding the stage, Louis de Pointe is navigating a world that feels increasingly foreign to him. Louis has always been the more introspective vampire, the one who questions, the one who struggles. He's never been comfortable with the excess and hedonism that Lestat embraces so easily. But in the modern vampire world, Louis is learning that he can't just hide in the shadows anymore. The world has changed. Vampires are being exposed, and Louis has to figure out where he fits in. His relationship with Lestat is more complicated than ever. He loves Lestat. He's always loved Lestat. He's also been hurt by Lestat in ways that can't be undone. And watching Lestat ascend to rockstar fame is both exhilarating and painful for Louis. He's proud of Lestat, but he's also terrified of what the fame is doing to him. turning him into something even more reckless, even more dangerous. Lewis's journey in New York is about finding his footing in a world that's moving faster than he can keep up. He's watching Lestat soar, but he's also watching Lestat spiral, and he doesn't know how to stop it. This episode is all about collision, Lestat's rock fame, Daniel's interrogations, Lewis's navigation of the modern vampire world. They're all on a collision course, and New York is the epicenter. The tension is palpable from the very first scene. Lestat is trying to maintain control, but it's slipping. Daniel is getting too close. Louis is pulling away. And the world around them is changing in ways none of them can predict. There are moments in New York where it feels like everything is about to shatter, like the fragile piece Lestat has built is about to collapse. And the question hanging over it all is, what happens when it does? One of the most intriguing elements of this episode is the implication that someone in the shadows is watching, waiting, ready to strike. Lestat has made enemies over the centuries, powerful enemies, ancient enemies, and his rise to fame has only made him a bigger target. In New York, the feeling of being watched is inescapable. Lestat can sense it. Louis can sense it. Even Daniel seems to pick up on something. But who is it? Is it another vampire jealous of Lestat's fame and power? Is it a vampire hunter looking for the perfect moment to strike? Or is it someone from Lestat's past, someone he thought was long gone? The mystery hangs over the entire episode, adding a layer of suspense that keeps you on the edge of your seat. Let's talk about the hedonism, because it's central to understanding Lestat's character in this episode. Lestat has always been a creature of excess. He loves pleasure. He loves indulgence. And his rockstar tour has given him the perfect excuse to embrace his darker impulses. But there's a fine line between celebration and destruction. And in New York, Lestat is walking that line. His band, the Vampire Lestat, is a reflection of his personality, chaotic, charismatic, and dangerous. The performances are electric. The after parties are legendary. But the cost of that lifestyle is starting to show. Lestat is pushing himself to the limit. He's not sleeping. He's not resting. He's not thinking about the consequences of his actions. And the people who care about him, Louis, Daniel, even his bandmates, are starting to worry. Beneath all the glamour and chaos, this episode is about what Lestat stands to lose. His fame has given him everything he's ever wanted. But it's also threatening to take away everything that matters. Louis is slipping away. Daniel is closing in. And the enemies in the shadows are getting closer. Lestat is so focused on the adoration of the crowd that he's losing sight of the people who actually care about him. He's so consumed by his own legend that he's forgetting what's real. And that's the tragedy of this episode. Lestat has achieved his wildest dreams, but he's on the verge of losing his soul. New York is a pivotal episode in season 3 of the Vampire Lestat. It brings together all the threads that have been building throughout the season and sets the stage for an explosive conclusion. Lestat's rockstar tour is reaching its peak, but so is the danger. Daniel's interrogations are getting more intense. Louis is struggling to find his place, and someone in the shadows is waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The question is, can Lestat survive everything that's coming for him? Or has his fame finally made him too vulnerable? One thing is certain, New York will never be the same. What do you think will happen next? Who is watching from the shadows? Will Daniel uncover the truth about Lestat? And can Louis and Lestat find their way back to each other? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more updates.